presentation of data. When we discuss about presentation of data, first we will see what are the types of presentation, or what do you mean by presentation. So let us see, presentation means once we collect the data, we have to make it in such a way that the people or the person, those who are depending upon their data, they should enjoy, they should have interest to look at it. So for making interest on the data, there are three types of presentation. One is textual presentation, or the other word of textual presentation is descriptive presentation. The second one is tabular presentation, and the third is diagrammatic presentation. So first let us see what do you mean by textual presentation. The name itself, text. Nowadays we are aware of mobile phones and all. So if anybody asks us to send a text message, how will we be sending text message? We will be writing it in sentences. How are you? Or the person will reply, I am fine. So this way, when we write the data in a textual manner or text manner, so this is known as textual presentation. In this method of data presentation, data are described within it. So there, if any additional numerical terms are there, we will be explaining in that. When the quantity of the data is not too large, this method of data presentation is more suitable too. To understand it more clearly, you can observe an example. So when we see that whenever we make the textual presentation, we should see that the data should not be too large. So suppose if we are keep on texting, keep on writing some details about something, it is not ending. So long paragraph when we are getting, people will lose their interest. So if the data is small, not too large, we can make it into textual presentation. So we can see an example of textual presentation. Despite of strict prohibition on the use of mobiles in the schools and colleges, children are not serious about it. In an inspection in the city on 23rd November 2012, one college was found with 90 mobiles, 125 mobiles were found in another college, and one more college with 302 mobiles. In the example above, we can see that here we are getting even the meaning, means what method they are used here to know the numbers. They said they are written in the sentence way. So this way when we explain the data, it has been presented in the form of text. But here one has to go through the complete text of presentation for comprehension. So when we read about the textual presentation from the beginning till the end, we have to read. Then only we will understand the complete, or we will be knowing the comprehension or the detail about the passage. At the same time, it enables one to emphasize certain points of the presentation. So in between what something said, in the date of the data, it is 23rd November 2012. We will get a clear picture there. And first college, how many mobiles they were used? 90 mobiles. Second college, 125 mobiles. Third college, 302 mobiles. So this way we get a detailed information about the problem, whatever we have discussed through the textual presentation. Next is the qualitative classification. Classification of data done on the basis of attributes such as social status, physical status, and nationality, region, etc. are known as qualitative classification. Qualitative, according to the quality. We say that it is when we say about the social status of a person. Some people may be rich, poor, so that way we can qualify them. Not only that, physical status, or we can say skinny person or fat person. So this way when we are explaining the qualities of the people, even nationality come there, Indian, American, or region comes there, western part or northern part of India. So that way when we are explaining the quality of a people as well as the region, it is known as qualitative classification. For example, in table below, the attributes for classification are sex and status of employment, which are qualitative in nature. We can see that male and female, Now self-employed 51%, female 55%, regular workers, female is 18%, male is 18% and female is 8%. Casual wage laborers, male comes 31% and female is of 37%. So here we can see different types of workers, self-employed, own workers, male how much, female how much. Regular workers, male percentage, female percentage. Casual wage laborers, male percentage, female percentage. So this way, this is the type of showing qualitative classification. Next is the quantitative classification. The name itself, qualitative means regarded to the quality. Now quantitative means it is related to the quantity. When we say that the classification characteristics are measured quantitatively, that means we say like height, weight, income, temperature, all these or marks, this all will be always shown in numbers. In only height, this much degrees Celsius number it will be, or marks of the people, it will be given in numbers. So when we are explaining the data in terms of numbers are known as quantitative classification. Example, we can say distribution of students on the basis of weight in a class of 50. Weight is given 25 to 35, 5 number of students. 35 to 45, 25. 45 to 55, 12. So this way we see each and every time numbers. So it is known as quantitative classification. Next is the temporal or chronological classification. Here time becomes classifying variable and data are categorized on the basis of time. Temporal, chronological, we say it is according to the time. When we classify the data, it is chronological or temporal classification. Time may be in hours, days, weeks, months, years, etc. For example, you can refer the table 3.4. In this table, the classifying characteristics is density of population and it takes values in the scale of time. So when we see any example of time, the density of population in different years, so it is based on year. So it is also related to time. So such kind of a presentation is known as, or classification is known as chronological or temporal classification. We can see density of population in the census year in square kilometer. 1901 it was 77 kilometer and 1951 117. 1971 it is 177, 1991 it is 267, 2001 density of population was 324 and 2011 the density of population was 382, which means in each year it is, we can see it is according to the year, 1901, 51, 71. So this classification is known as temporal or chronological classification. Next is the spatial classification. Spatial, the name itself we say it is related to the space. So we say spatial classification is done on the basis of space or place, which place it belongs to. In other words, if data classification is done on the basis of place, it is called spatial classification. The place may be a village, town, district, state, country, etc. We can see a table for spatial classification using the mobile phone users in different nations. This can be explained the spatial classification. We say that number of mobile users per 1,000 people. In 2010 data it is country, India, China, Pakistan, Singapore. A number of mobile phone users, India 642, out of 1,000, 642 people are using mobile phones. China also same 642, Pakistan it is 592 and Singapore it is 1,440. So this data is arranged according to the place, or we say according to the space. Here the countries have been provided.